Hey everybody, welcome back to Majestic Collectibles. So here's the first video from the Greenfield, Iowa collection. Ironically, just maybe 2 minutes ago, notice came through on the news feed here locally in Des Moines that they actually clocked that briefly over 300 miles an hour. So just, you know, just amazing anything survived as well as it has. Also thinking about my friends at Spencer Sports Cards and Comics. They got hit really hard by the floods. Lots of inventory damage. Hopefully the building's okay. I haven't heard anything yet, but thinking of you, Brandon. So I hope you're hanging in there, buddy. I know it's got to be tough. We're going to go through here. I think these are all family friendly oriented, kind of, they're safe. Okay, this hit collection has a lot of stuff that's grown up in nature. I think I've got it pulled out, so if you see any edits just like in that last video before this, yeah, that's what happened down there. So I'm just going to go through them quick. One of my all-time favorite series, Cenozoic Tales. Met Mark Schultz years ago when he came here for a comic convention. Really nice guy. Got some autographs. I hope I find more of these, but right now that's the only one. And I'm not going to pull every one of these out, but some of my favorites here. Army of Darkness. I don't have these, which is a crime against nature. So you know what? I'm going to keep those. Beavis and Butthead. So one thing you're not going to see, barely any mainstream comics. DC, there's some Superman stuff right around the death of Superman, funeral for a friend, that kind of thing. And then for Marvel, it's not in this batch. I think there's a smattering of Bronze Age Conan that are really rough somewhere. And then this. So I've got more Marvel Beavis and Butthead than anything else. I don't have, there's no Spider-Man, Captain America, none of that stuff. It's all pretty much this stuff and more this stuff. So I got some Turok. They actually sell fairly well, not high dollar, $3. You know, if they're new like these unread. That's a reprint of the Gold Key. I actually don't get many of those. I don't know if I can get $3, might be just $1 book, I'm not sure. So a bunch of those on that. Another reprint one. You'll see a lot of Turok later. This is just a small batch. Warrior Nun. Got some action figures too, a few more comics. I'm trying to get these sorted, but I tell you what, you know, when they rescued these, the relatives rescued these from the house that was hit by the tornado. Obviously, they were not interested in, you know, worrying about what order they were in, and I don't blame them a bit. And hopefully they're all safe doing this. They didn't say anybody got hurt or anything, but still kind of scary. Here's some of that funeral for a friend. I've got a whole bunch somewhere. There's more. Okay, first print on the death of, another first print, second print. Got quite a few of these. Ash Can, I'm guessing it came to the comic stores with Previews magazine, and I don't know. So it's Michael Turner cover. So those are collectible. He's been gone a while now, so those are starting to get collectible. Some of the Lady Rawhides, actually, I have pretty good luck. You know, $5 books. Evil Ernie, Lady Death, you're going to see 3 long boxes, 2 long boxes full of this. I'm still begging, I'm boarding, I'm running out of supplies here. A little bit of manga stuff. Nothing valuable, but again, it does sell. And I don't think I got that whole set. Here's some more Lady Death, kind of neat. Leather cover. I don't know if you can read that down there. Limited to 10,000 copies. It's Crucible #1. Lots of variants, autographed, jeweled edition stuff. There's going to be a lot. You'll be sick of Lady Death. Chaos Bible, I have more of those. Here's a series. Okay, so yeah, it's still PG-13, but not familiar with that. I think I've got quite a few of those. I have to look them up. Lots more Evil Ernies here. More Evil Ernies. This is a good series. I don't see a ton of the Purgatories. Jim Ballant cover from Catwoman and Tarot. They sell. They're not particularly valuable, but I gotta tell you, I think collectors are missing the boat on those Purgatory books. Silver Lady Death. I can't remember which series, if that was 2 or Odyssey. I don't remember. I got a lot of them. I got a lot of them. This isn't even all of them. There's still more somewhere. I got to get these all sorted. These will not make it to the flea market. By the time you're seeing this, I'm probably, this should be on Wednesday night, which means I have been setting up all day in Spirit Lake, Iowa, for the flea market. This is, yeah, these will not be there. I am nowhere close. I am just struggling to try and get these things rebagged and boarded. Now, one nice thing about this collection so far is a very large percentage of it was already bagged and boarded. Now, this is all new. I redid it all. So the comics did not have any damage. They did not actually even have a smoke smell on any of them. So that was really, really nice. Now, the plastic that they were in, the old sleeves, they stunk pretty good. And I was really worried, but you know what? Nope, they came out okay. So that was really a pleasant surprise. Lady Death trade paperbacks of this stuff. Man, they sell. The Angela from Spawn. Well, I'm assuming it's the Angela miniseries, but she first appeared in Spawn. Here's another title. Bill Tucci's She. This is a Julie Bell cover on that one. Trade paperback. I have a lot of She stuff. I don't know how many of the first run I have. Actually, what I should say is I don't know how many sets of the first run of She I have. That's a chromium cover. Here's the Lady Death Gold. I think I've got, oh, that one's got beat up there a little bit. Not too bad. But I've got a lot of these too. A lot of the gold Lady Death covers. I'm pretty sure this isn't the only batch. These are the only ones of the lingerie #1, and I'm just going to skip because that's how many I have. I don't know how many that is, 20? I'm not sure. If you're bored, you can pause it and count it. Chaos Quarterly got a lot of these too. See a lot of them. These aren't rare. Another Julie Bell cover. Great cover on that. For a long time, she teamed up with Boris Vallejo. I think she was an apprentice. This is a series I don't see a lot. The Code 6. Don't have very many. It's cross-gen. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I really liked that line. They had some really good stuff in that line. And I don't see many of those. I see a lot of other stuff. Oh, look. Yeah, see another one of those. At least put that one back in order. So I hope I get some more of those, but that might be it. Here's another She versus Tomo chromium cover. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, and I know I've got more. Here's just #7, Crusade Comics, first series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. You know, I don't know. You hope that they survive. It'd be nice to put that first 12-part set together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the number 9s. Here's number 10. Great art. I believe Bill did all the first series and probably most of the second. 2, 3, 4. Here's one that I've just had kind of a smattering of, which is the Witchblade. Again, the Michael Turner covers, and D-Tron is credited on a lot of them too. He passed away a while ago. Got a couple of those. I don't think I got any runs so far, just a handful of the Witchblade. And She Kaiden, I don't know if I pronounced that right, sorry. I don't think, no, that doesn't look like a Tucci cover either. Now this is interesting. I guess I wasn't familiar with this. Atomic Angels, great cover on that. Not familiar with it. must have come out the same time as she. Now this is a Bill Tucci cover on the Atomic Angels, so you know, I gotta think there's some collectability there, at least for the fans of the art. Here's another title you are going to see a ton of, and I have to get it organized. It's all out of order, and that's the Dawn. This is the first series, number 4. I got more. I should have several sets of the first one. Here's another Kaiden, number 1. Looks like it's a Halloween cover or issue or something. Not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not familiar with that one. I got 5 copies, whatever it is. Dark Child. You know, it's just a pinup book. It didn't last very long. I think they rebooted it with something else, but it does sell. I gotta tell you, I don't know why I rebagged in that one. I just kind of got on a roll and threw them in there. I don't think the Avenged Blade has got a lot of interest. That's another one I don't think has a lot of interest, Evangeline and Glory, but there is some photo cover stuff, so that's kind of cool. It might have some interest there. Let's see, I'm gonna have to move my camera up. I'm running out of room here a little bit. There we go. We'll just nudge it up just a smidge. So more Evangeline. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of that. Another Dark Child. Tomo Witchblade 1. It says it's, I don't know, Tucci's got his name on it. Does not look like his art. That's just not a great cover. Another trade. These actually sell well. They like to buy those. I have no idea. Just it's a reprint book. You know, it reprints a bunch of schlock stuff. I assume pre-code. I haven't looked at that one. Not really familiar with this one, but it's a Steve Rude cover back in '91, Golden Apple Comics. A great painted cover on that. So I'll do a little research. I doubt it's worth a fortune, but if you're a Steve Rude art fan, that one's pretty good. Lots of this. Got a really long run of FEMForce. I don't have a lot of multiples on the FEMForce stuff. The higher number ones are there though, so that's really nice. There's another Jim Ballant Purgatory cover. Now here's something that I don't know, I'll probably hang on to. I've always been a Lady Death fan. It's an autographed issue. Stephen Hughes, who's been gone quite a while, passed away a while ago. He's signed that, and it's got their certificate with it. So that's Odyssey number 1. Still got the seal. Yeah, tough book to get it with him on there. Chromium edition. Again, Jim Ballant cover on that. I do have some Jim Ballant autographs, just not for Purgatory. Oh, and I should point out, now if you're a Catwoman fan of his Catwoman run on DC, this is actually, so there's a very similar issue. I can't remember the issue number, but there's a Catwoman issue where she's sitting and petting 3 tigers. So this is a takeoff. I don't know if he was mocking it or whatever, but it's a takeoff of the Catwoman issue where instead of sitting with the tigers, she's mauling them. So yeah, kind of fun, I guess. Another Lady Death. Is that a Julie Bell? I can't remember. I was thinking it was, but I don't see a name on that one. There's the red foil Purgatory edition. That is also a Ballant cover. Got a couple of those, so that's nice. More Lady Death back here, and you know, I don't see. Oh, got a bug in there. I'll fix that. Don't see too much of the first series stuff. See a lot of Lady Death 2, Between Heaven and Hell. Was that 3, 4, 5 of those? Here's another Chaos Quarterly, which I do run across fairly often. It's nothing super rare. Here's another copy issue I do see a lot. I got 1, 2 of those. There's probably more coming, and there should be a lot more coming actually on the Lady Death stuff. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But some, there's another Hughes cover, but some really great stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 copies of that. That one's out of place. I'll have to put that one back in. Had one there. Since we're on the Lady Death theme, I'm going to move this thing out of the way. Apologize if I take the camera out on the process, but I'll try not to. Oh, that one better than it probably should have. So here's another batch. These are Lady Death mostly. I haven't gotten to them yet. These were not covered. So there is some damage on some of these. Here's a sealed special edition one. You know, the cert's in there. It's still polybagged, only 850 copies. Medieval Lady Death 8. These are all newer. They're Avatar published. You know, they're all readable. I'm going to see if I can find one here that's got a little more obvious damage to it. But there's quite a run of them, actually. And this is probably the newest stuff I've actually found in the whole collection. They do also have a cigarette odor to them. Which is, well, it's just the way it is. I'll have to, there's another one, I'll have to do something about that. You're going to see a lot of vampy stuff, and I mean a lot of vampy stuff. Nothing old, it's all going to be 90s. I can't show them all to you, but I do have quite a few Razor books. Some of them have the grown-up covers on them, so you're not going to see a lot of them. But they are in there. We'll see some more. Well, not in this box, I don't think. And there's just some more the Avatars, which, you know, if you're into pinup covers, I gotta tell you, the Avatar books are really, really good at that. And again, they are a little smelly. Here's a variant Vampy cover. Ultimate Visions 1. Amanda Connor did that one. She's always very collectible. There we go, more Amanda Connor. This is best of. So I don't know if it's stories or just pin-up stuff. Red Sonja, I wish I had more of these. Did not have very many. Always a popular character and run though. And I don't see them. Another Evangeline. Yeah, so much for that. So here's, here I'm going to go this way with them because that way, I don't know if you can see the corners are mashed up on this one, which I'm sure was, you know, they were just grabbing and trying to save stuff, and I'm sure that's when it happened. I haven't seen the, actually I haven't seen the ones that are water damaged yet. There's a whole, well, I don't know, it's probably a handful, right? Like if you reached in and grabbed one, there's probably, oh, there's Tarot, forgot that was in there. Oh, there's another Red Sonja, another Vampy. And you can just see it's just a mishmash of different stuff here. But there was a group that was wet, got really soaked, and they stuck together. And I did peel them apart, but the covers are ruined, and the pages are all wrinkled up on that. Lady Death She, which, man, I would think there'd be some collectors for that. It's another title I do not see very often. I'm just going to, Blood Rain, which was based on a computer game. There's a couple of, I don't know, low-budget movies made of it. But it is popular. I collected it. I do not have that one. It's a repeat. But I'm hoping there's more in here. I don't think there is. More Lady Death She. And you can just see just the Lady Death. This is just the Avatar. We haven't gotten all back into the original stuff yet. And I just literally, oh, there's one. So I don't know if you can see it right up in here. This is all wrinkled. This is all water damaged, and it was stuck right there. So I'll see. We'll see if we can. It did open up, but it just doesn't even sound right. So, you know, maybe $1 book, reader copy if somebody needs it. That's about it. About all you can do with them. And I did throw some away, so there were a few that were just too far gone. They kind of when they dry out. Oh, here's another one. I don't know if you can see it's wrinkled, but it doesn't doesn't even sound right. It's got that weird crinkle to it. But I did throw probably 40, 50 comics away, which is not near as much as I thought I was going to. I thought it was going to be even more disastrous than that. But so far, this has been a very pleasant surprise. Keep going here. Lady Death, a bunch more Lady Death. You can kind of see the theme. Now the overall collection, I can probably, oh, that one was upside down. Probably only going to be able to film about half of it. There is a lot of grown-up titles and stuff, even some stuff I never heard of, which is interesting because, you know, I haven't seen everything, but I've seen a lot of stuff. I'm old. Sound like a Farmers Mutual commercial there. I didn't mean to. So yeah, those I can't do with. So you're probably not going to see about 60% of the collection video-wise. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I usually don't, you know, deal with that type of material, and I'm not real interested in it. So we'll see. I got to get this sorted. These are more water damage ones. I can feel that up there. The wrinkle and the crinkle is that. Oh no, I thought that was backwards. Here's another tarot. I can't lift it quite all the way out. More she. And you can see there's quite a few copies of that. There may even be more, because this is, I literally just brought this up from the garage just maybe an hour or two ago. Another razor. Poison, Evangeline, lots and lots of Evangeline. There's probably at least a full long box. Here's some of the Lady Rawhide. Now, she first appeared in Zorro, and it's a pretty killer cover. But the Lady Rawhides have some really great painted pin-up covers on there. And I don't know if I have a set. It's a 5-part set. I don't know if I have them all. That's all number 2. What do I got? 8, 9 copies. Here's one I was not familiar with. Horseman She crossover. It's Crusade. It does not look like it was Bill Tucci's. So I don't know. I'll have to do some research. Lots of this stuff. Lots of the Image. That's Celestine there. Great covers. I mean, but not very rare and not a high demand. Grifter She. You know, I don't know. The art on it, the cover anyway, is fantastic. And there's another Tucci cover variant, more razor. Let's see that. I think that's a variant. Wasn't that a variant? Well, I don't know. I can't remember. I was thinking it was a special one. And there's Senryaku number 1. And those are all, that was all number 1. And so since we're on the she theme, oh, here, that's a little crooked. Let me make it a little. So there's the collected. So I got the trade, and I don't know if you can see that. That sure looks, I don't know. Looks like a Frazetta signature. I wasn't aware he did that, but maybe it is. More Vampy. Yep, you're going to get tired of me saying that. I'm just going to flip through some of these. Is that Adam Hughes? There are some Adam Hughes covers on the Vampy stuff, and I know they're in here because I've seen them. Those are sealed yet, covered by Buzz. I don't really know who Buzz was, but he did do a lot of Vampy covers. Of Draculon, I was thinking that was maybe the reprint, but maybe that was the original. I was thinking this did the magazine stuff. Another pinup. I think that's Hughes, isn't it? Yeah, you can see the AH down there. So that's Adam Hughes. Another photo. Just, yeah, those are all well, not reprints, duplicates. Vampy Strikes. Vengeance. Is that Bisley? No, Fabry. I think he did Preacher. Just a lot of the same stuff. You think, man, I got a whole long run of these, and I really don't, because there's so many duplicates. Xena, unfortunately, not the photo covered ones. I really can't sell the art covered ones. There's a photo covered one, but it's super common. Another variant, Vampy. Pull that up just a little bit. And that's another repop. Angela, I got a couple of these. They don't book high, but they do sell well. I gotta tell you, the Angela, both in the Spawn and her first little series there, were pretty popular. That's an Ace. Is that chromium? No, but it's one you mailed off for Wizard Magazine. There's another Kaiden. Sempo, which I'm not familiar with that one. That's a good cover. That's Avatar. So these are the same era as those Lady Deaths. I'm not familiar with these. I think the covers are not quite as good as the Lady Deaths. Photo covers, those always sell. Go figure. Quarterly, never had them. This is interesting. Antarctic Press. Military guys. So when I go to like the G.I. Joe show or even flea markets, this kind of stuff is popular and it's cheap. Tarot, well, I can only lift it up so far on that. Oh, that one I can lift up. That one I can't. So, you know, this is the mild stuff. So there's an Evangeline trade. Is that, who did that? That was a Julie Bell. I thought that was Julie Bell cover. This is pretty good trade paperback. Catwoman Vampy. I don't get a lot of them and they sell right away. Where the Warrior Book 2 trade. Vampy Lives. I have no idea how many. That one came with the Wide Vision card. Oops. Anyway, didn't know that was in there. Sorry about that. At least it wasn't a total disaster. Warrior Nun. Top Cow. What is that? Oh, the lingerie. So you can see the 90s. If you think the pinup books are on the shelf now, yep, they were pretty much all over in the 90s. Here's one of the few Marvels. Got Silver Surfer 75. Pretty nice shape too. Image swimsuit. I think they kind of took that from the Marvel swimsuit stuff. There's another Adam Hughes Vampy cover. Supergirl, didn't get a lot of these. Again, it's DC, and I did not get a lot of DC. There's another Dark Child in there. No, well, Superman Adventures of or Man of Steel there, but nothing too exciting. Another She book. I don't know which one. Here's some Tomo again. I'll have a bunch more of those. And these are all the same issue, I should say. Ernie's stuck in there. She, this is interesting. He was a big James Dean fan. Got Mickey Mantle on the back. Is it this one? No, not that one. Oh, it's this one. Here's the one. I never seen that before. This is Maryland. Trading card version, number 177 out of 1,000. And I guess it's authenticated. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth anything. I would think it'd have some interest. The Return of Superman, got more of those coming. Vampy Lives, more, you know, return. 25th anniversary special. Pretty good cover on that. Is that Juiceco? Joe Juiceco did some covers for, yeah, it is. That's Juiceco cover. Those always sell. Anything with Juiceco or Royo. Bonsai Girls. Yep, never heard of it. Some more FEMForce. Quite a run of these. These are a little higher numbers. 78. 47, so obviously I haven't sorted these. There'll be a lot more coming. Catwoman. Here's got a few, mainly Brian Bolland. These darn things are falling over. Mainly Brian Bolland Wonder Woman covers so far. I was hoping there was some Perez in there and that type of thing, but I haven't seen them. Just a pinup book. Here's one I've never seen. That's Marvel. It's actually Marvel Music Comics Woodstock. It's like a trade paperback. Was not familiar with that one at all. And well, I'm not going to lift it up, but yeah, you got the idea there. I only found maybe a couple more of those Magic comics. No packs in them. They're not worth a ton anyway. Found a bunch of these. I'm guessing he was a fan of the cover because he had no other Green Arrows other than that one. Just had a whole whole bunch of that issue with Catwoman on it, which you could do worse. Price guide, was not familiar with the action figure collector, but kind of a cool little price guide actually on that. Running out of rooms. Vantage, another trading card price guide, non-sports. There we go. Here's just a manga TPB. Vampy, I always like that cover. That's a Juiceco, so hard to go wrong. This one I think is just a $1 book. I guess it's a cool pin-up cover. FEMForce again. I think this might actually go through the end of the, might actually get to the end of this box, to be honest with you. That's how many I had. There'll be some oddball stuff elsewhere, but this is going to be the bulk of it. I just got to put it all in order. And that does sell. I don't have a lot of real local collectors for it, but online it actually seems to do okay. Does depend on the issue. I think some must have been short printed and really hard to get. When I've gotten a batch like this before, it's normally been through a subscription. I don't know if they showed up. I always like that Frankenstein horror cover. So I don't know if he had a subscription to this or just... you know, not many local stores around these parts carry that on a regular basis. So I don't know, but to have a run like this, I'd almost have to think that there was a subscription involved somewhere down the line. And there are a few dupes back here, but I tell you, not very many, which also kind of leads me to wonder if there wasn't a subscription involved, or at least some type of ordering from a mail order company or whatever. So there are a couple with duplicates there. I don't know why exactly. I'm going to move the camera just a smidge there. Good Girl Art, which is basically just another FEMForce book. And FEM stands for Federal Emergency Management Force. So I guess clever, a little bit of useless trivia if you want. Draculina #1, that actually ran for a little bit. It's a grown-up magazine, and honestly I thought it was terrible, but it did go on for a little while. More Cry for Dawn. Here's one of my favorite Dave Stevens covers. Came in Crossfire. Number 12. I actually do not care for the Crossfire character book, but the Marilyn Monroe cover is pretty good. Very popular. Conspiracy comics. I don't know. You can see he was really definitely into that James Dean, Marilyn, Elvis stuff a little bit. And just more Tigress ones. That's one I wasn't familiar with. This is what, Heroes World? Something like that. So that I don't know anything about. Flare we see a little bit. That's a Joe Chiodo cover on Flamingo, which I gotta tell you, could be the only good thing going. I've had that book before, but not a ton of interest in it. So we're wrapping up at the end here. This is probably gonna be most of the FEMForce stuff, if not all of it. Photo cover there. So, you know, keep an eye out for some other videos. I'm going to try and shoot one more before I leave. So there'll be a couple of these comic ones. Amazon women, great pinup covers, got to give them credit. So hopefully there'll be a couple of these videos. And I apologize, I know they're a little longer. There's another Painted Lady Rawhide. That's number 5, so I've got a 2 and one number 5. And but everybody tells me, everybody being Corey from Collectibles, that I go through them too fast and they want to see everything that's in there. Witchblade 1, another Witchblade 1. So here we go. So that's why I'm doing this. So I hope you enjoyed it. You can always fast forward. And ended a pretty good cover there. J. Scott Campbell. That's Gen 13 number 5. Caitlin cover. Boy, I gotta do something with that glare here. On that. So check out our other videos, guys. Have a safe and fun 4th of July holiday week and weekend, and thanks for watching.